Hi guys, oh my god, this has been such a long overdue video, and do you know what, I just want to say thank you for believing in me and waiting for me to come back, because I was not gonna come. I've been busy. I was not gonna come. I was gonna be like, you know what, I don't have time. Like, I even said to myself, do you know what, guys, this video will explain, judging by the title, you already know what this video is about. This video is gonna explain everything that I've been going through. Guys, I'm so happy. Like, I've been so happy in life. Like, I've been so happy. Let me keep it updated. So guys, basically, so this video is gonna explain life after Rumours. So those of you who don't know me, hi, my name's Ivoriandoll, and I'm a, I don't know, I'm a rapper, influencer, female, black, strong woman. So yeah, guys, so basically, if you don't know me, before I was a YouTuber and I was just doing YouTube videos on topics, boys, sex, I don't know, I was just talking about so many things. I was just that reckless girl. Like, I was that girl that I wasn't afraid to speak my mind on YouTube. I'm still not afraid to speak my mind on, like, social media. I say how I feel, I speak how I think, period. Like, that's just me, that's just how I am. Do you get? I was in the public eye for basically, I don't know, being an influencer, because I don't know what I was influencing. Let me just say being a YouTuber, to have personality. I'll say personality, cool, pictures, personality, cute, whatever. And then, yeah, so I was in a duo and I was doing music before, and then obviously I went off to go solo, and then I did my song Rumours, yeah? So basically, recording Rumours in the studio was flipping lit. I just said, put everything out on the table. Let's say what it is. Let's talk about Rumours, been out there. You know how people say things about you, or, you know, everybody's had rumours. I wanted to do a relatable song, a song that everybody's had rumours about them. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I've realised that, you know, before I put out Rumours, it was like every time I would do something, it's like, oh, but why are you gonna just the Rumours? Are you gonna just the Rumours? I said that's like, can't take her seriously. Are you gonna just? And it was like, do you know what? Let's put the elephant, what's it called? The elephant on the table. Let's address the elephant in the room. Fuck it, like, what? Let's address the elephant in the room, do you get it? So, in the studio now, I had a rumor IVDs a thought, so I'm leaking for the STDs I got, so 10-second clip, viral. So I put out that clip on Snapchat as a joke, wasn't serious. Clip went viral. I'm like, oh my god. I woke up in the morning, it's everywhere. Oh yeah, put it out. And this time I had new management. So my manager now, who is JPL, a lovely woman, love you for watching this. She changed my life. She literally was like to me, basically, I was used to just putting out my songs by myself, boom, 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 very unprofessional. Music wasn't getting anywhere, because I realized now the way I put out my songs now to how I put out my songs before was very differently. Like, before I had to, like, I just put them out, didn't care about promo. Promo was off my own back. Like, I didn't really care, do you get it? I was thinking, I'm just doing it, whatever, cool. But clip came out, but it took so long of a period of time for the song to actually come out, and we thank God that it took that long, and it was perfect, and everything had to mold into the way that it did, and everything had to be the way it was, because I don't think it would have been that good or would have reached that far without the team behind me. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so did the video, whatever, months later, did the video, did the song. So I was like, do you know what, let me do it in the school, because I saw a lot of children were dancing to I had a rumor IVDs of like the 10-second clips, and so many people were chatting shit. So many people were like, oh, like, what kind of influence is this on young children, and you're talking about STDs and and I'm thinking, you don't even know, like, the rest of the song. Like, the song's not out. No one knew that Run a Man Down in My Jordans, no one knew that that was the hook. No one knew anything, so I couldn't really blame them. I was like, do you know what, like, I understand, like, people are not gonna understand. It's gonna look like, oh, what is she talk, like, do you know what I mean? The song came out, I was so nervous the day before. I was so nervous. Like, I remember I cried. Like, I was crying the day before. I was so nervous. And what happened was, don't do this, but I work off, I'm like very like a spiritual person, so I work off, you know, feelings and energies, and if God tells me to do this, I'm doing it, and no one can tell me no, period, because he speaks to me and I listen. The night before, my team told me that I was supposed to put it out at 7 p.m. I don't know what day it was, but I was supposed to put out Rumours 7 p.m. and I remember Heady One was dropping a song at around them times, and I was like, nope. I was like, no, like, can't do it. Love Heady, but I can't do it because I just can't. Like, Heady is way bigger than me. His song is just gonna overtake mine. Like, I'm like, no. So I remember no, it was still during the day where I was supposed to, I hope this makes sense. I was supposed to post the song the next day at 7 p.m. So imagine it's like 1 p.m. the day before, yeah? So midnight is approaching, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? If you don't understand, then that is what it is. But I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking, I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Do I post it at 7 and just hope for the best? Or do I post it at midnight? And I asked my team, can I post it on midnight? And they were like, no. I was like, and I understood, please, artists, don't go and, you know what I mean? It obviously was a decision that obviously was very good for me, but I wouldn't do that again. But it was quarantine as well, so bearing in mind it was quarantine, so I don't know if that method would work anymore, but it was quarantine. So, and everyone was all itching for the song, and every day on my social media, when's the song coming out, and when's this coming, when's this happening? I'm just like, do you know what, like, I'm gonna put it out at 12. Like, I'm gonna put it out at 12. My team was telling me no. Someone from the team had my my YouTube login, and I asked him, can you post it for me? And he was like, no, I can't. Like, I don't have the permission to do it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm angry. I'm like, fuck this. Cool, whatever, innit? I'm just gonna do it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So I must have called my manager, and I'm like, auntie, because I call my manager auntie. I'm like, auntie, God's telling me to post it at 12, and I want to post it at 12. She's like, okay. I'm like, okay, because I'm defensive. Like, I'm gonna post it at 12, and did it. She's like, okay, like, if that's what you want to do it. Like, I can't tell you how to feel. I know how you are about God. I know how you are about how your feelings. If you want to post that at 12, just post it. I'm like, okay, period. In my head, you could think something is so big on social media, and then when you go out, it's not that big. No one cares. So I was just a bit like, it might be a that situation, but do you know what? It is what it is. People were atting me every minute at 12 midnight, yeah, 12 midnight. And I was thinking, there's a lot of people, you know, but whatever, in it. Let's just see, because by then I didn't know. So I remember half an hour before, I was praying. I literally sat there and I said, God, you do what you need to do. You do what you need to do, because at this point, God, take the wheel, because I'm not even allowed to be posting this. So if you told me to do this, I'm going to trust you, period. So I remember I sat there now, and 12 midnight came. No, I sat there, and I remember like 5 minutes before, I done the countdown, innit? So it's countdown's like 1 minute 54. Like, you know when you do the countdown on your channel, and everyone is like, I see like 10k people in the chat, and I'm like, 10k people waiting. Obviously, it might not seem a lot, but it's a lot. Why is 10k people waiting for something to come out? Like, it was 12 midnight. I didn't understand. Like, I was like, what's going on? So, but I thought, do you know what? Let's just see. Like, is what it is. Like, cool. People are waiting. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It is what it is. 12 midnight came. I scream. I'm like, ah! I'm crying because I'm like, I don't know. I have felt this over. Like, I generally felt this. I've never felt that way with any of my songs. Like, I felt such an overwhelming feeling come on me. Like, you know what? Like, this is it still. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever this feeling is, God, run with it. I don't know what this is, but I feel like this is it. I don't know. I feel like this is it. I hope this is it. So the song comes out now, and bro, views, like, just going. And I'm like, cool, whatever. And I remember I wasn't really watching the views, like, because the views froze after like half an hour or like an hour. The views froze, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, right. And then people are like, on Twitter, like, the views froze. And I remember I was trending, and I'm like, was I trending? And I'm like, what's going on? Everyone's like, what? Nah, nah, what? Ivoriandoll back it. I mean, well, like, alright, cool, thank you, but let's just see in it. Obviously, I've never trended for a song before, so I'm thinking, rah, this must be a good thing. I go to bed, yeah, because obviously I go to bed, I'm like, do you know what? Bedtime. I go to bed. I wake up the next day. and it's like 100 and something K. I'm like, what? 100 and something K. Next day, 200K, 300K, 400K. I'm like, yo. Then they got to $1 million in a month. That's a very big thing for a British UK artist. And I'm gonna like give myself a round of applause because I've worked my fucking ass off, yeah. And I'm not the type to be like, yeah, I've done no, but I'm very, very proud of myself. I was constantly in tears. Like, I don't know how it feels to, before that, I don't know how it feels to have a song that everyone knows your song. I don't know how it feels. And I felt so happy, like, and also it was quarantine, so I'm like, rah, like, and I'm looking at these views and I'm like, this is on my own channel. If you're not from the UK, we don't tend to put music on our own channel. We tend to put it through a music platform. Some of them do their own channel, but sometimes you don't get as much views on your own channel as music platforms. But I put it on my channel and it's going off. And I remember that week, yeah, that Rumours was out, the phone calls from the labels were rude. It was rude. It was like, wake up, Auntie Jackie. Vanessa, you got a Zoom call 9 a.m. next day. Vanessa, you got a Zoom call 9 a.m. Then you got a Zoom call 3 p.m. And then you got a Zoom call 4 and then 5. I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But these wasn't any ordinary Zoom calls. These were Zoom calls from presidents of the labels. Every single Zoom call I had, or every single meeting I've had from a label, I was speaking to the president of the label. That was it. Every meeting I was speaking to the label, the president. And it's like, my whole, like, not my whole life, but a part of my life kind of changed in the space of a week. Like, you wake up one day and you're on the phone to presidents, and you're on the phone to Americans, and you're on the phone, and it's like, what's going on? I'm doing Zoom calls with Stevie J, and I'm doing Zoom calls with so many people, and it's like, oh, Rumours, and I'm like, what's going on? People that, what shocked me is I had to go from, yeah, Ivoriandoll to, yeah, so what kind of deal are you looking for? How much whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. Things went from 0 to 100. I had to get my head in the music business. It's like, I'm still learning as I go along. I don't know much things, but as you're in music, you need to learn the music business, and you need to know this, and you need to know that. Until this day, I'm still not signed, because I'm like, you know what? I'm looking for the correct deal for me. I'm looking for, I don't want to, because what's so funny is before music, I've always studied artists, and I've always studied American artists, and I've studied artists that do bad deals. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not rushing shit. And I feel like, you know, I don't feel like, you know, in life, you don't really need to rush anything. You don't need to rush the process of signing, or you don't need to rush the process of money. And I'm not a money hungry person, and that's what kind of motivates me, is my dolls and my supporters and my family. That's what motivates me. Not money doesn't motivate me. Money is good, money is calm, but it's not the main, oh yeah, let me sign, because yeah, let me get that meal deal, let me sign, let me get that 300K. No, I don't care. I'm good. And I'm just like, you know what? When the right deal comes, it will come. I want to be a global artist. So it's like, I said to my manager, so if we backtrack 6 months before Rumours, when she first met me, she said, what's your goal? I want to reach the American market. I was so like, yeah, I want to reach the American market, and I want to do songs with Americans, and I want to do this. 6 months later, that's what I've done. It's so crazy how your life can change. You can speak something into existence and literally watch everything happen. Like, I've had, I can't really say too much, but the features that I've had from artists that I've looked up to, or artists that are in my DMs that I've never, like, life kind of changes. Like, you see people on TV and them same people are in your DMs. You see people on like getting the biggest songs, and these people are saying, can you jump on my song? It doesn't make sense. What it is. So I'm so grateful, I'm so happy, but then again, that's all the positives. I wouldn't say there's no it's not that there's negatives, but there's always going to be positive and negative. And we thank God that positive, I've been able to move out. I've been able to get myself a very nice apartment, very top-notch security. I've been able to have build a great team around me, people who love and care for me. People are like a family. I've had the great friends around me. My dad is so supportive of my career. Great styling team, great, everything has just been so perfect. But it does come with stress, and you do need to understand what my manager does understand when I have my fits and when I get so upset, and sometimes I can randomly be performing. Like, for example, the GRM Awards that literally you've just seen. If you haven't seen it, please go and check that out. But I just did my GRM Awards. I literally cried. Rumours, I cried. I always kind of cry before when I'm performing and stuff, because I want my thing to be, I care about my craft, I care about what I do, and I cry when things are not going right. Like, I don't cry like, oh, I'm pissed off. I cry because I'm like, no, this needs to be the best. Like, I cried during my GRM performance because I think I done a kick, and then I don't know, and then the smoke went in my face, and I just started crying. I'm like, no, it needs to be the best. And my manager's looking at me like, it's gonna be okay. I can go to studio, and if I don't hear the right beat, if I don't hear beats I don't like, I start crying. Like, it's not crying of like, it's crying because I'm like, why can't I get this right? Why can't I get this right? Why is this not going right? Why is this not? And you do get stressed because in the social life, in terms of friends and in terms of, my anxiety has gone up. Like, I've had anxiety. I can't go out by myself. I shake, I panic, I sweat, I get scared. Like, my thing in my head, what goes on in my head is, oh, what are they gonna do? Who's that? Why are they looking at you? You kind of forget, is like, what are you looking at? But then you kind of, and then another thing as well, what kind of like makes, I don't get depressed, but what I'm struggling with right now is being Vanessa and being Ivoriandoll. Like, I'm trying to get the balance of, like, I can be upset. Like, right now I could be going through depression, God forbid, but I can be going through depression, and it's like I can walk into a room and they'd be like, oh my God, hello, hi. You don't want people to have a bad impression of you. Every person that's met me in the industry has been like, wow, amazing, personality 10, never late, on job. But you do not know what I'm going through. I could be so upset before I walk through them doors. The second I walk through them doors, I have to be the person that you see on TV, or I have to be the person that you see on your screen. I have to be the person that you hear in the songs. And it's like, that's what I'm struggling with. The fact that I feel like I'm like a puppet. Like, I feel like, oh, I have to just dance and just be excited. Like, I remember I took a trip to New York. I went to America, and I was sitting there and they were like, oh yeah, perform your songs. And so I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood to perform my songs. They're like, get up, perform the song, then perform. And Americans, you got to jump on the tables and do all this shit. And I'm like, no, we don't do that here. I didn't know the saying of, as you climb to the top with your, well, you're climbing, because I'm like I was going to say, I'm also in the stage of, I'm in the middle stage. And that can be depressing, where you're not known, you're known, but you've not completely blown. People are still getting to know you. And then you're here where you're like, I feel like I still need to do more. It's just like you're in the middle. You're not known. You're known, but you haven't blown. And that phase is like, I'm working hard like I'm not known. Like, I'm pushing and I'm doing things like I'm an unknown artist. And it's like, people talk about my work rate, and I work and work and work like I'm an unknown artist. Like, because I want to be a global artist, and I'm reaching for America. It's not even America. I'm reaching for global, France, Paris, Germany, Spain. I'm reaching for all these European countries, and I'm reaching for America. I'm reaching for global domination, and I will get there. Like, I believe I will get there. So I've been working on my performances. I do rehearsals every week, just in case a show comes up, like interviews here and there. And I'll come home, and then it's lonely. And then in terms of friends as well, you become very busy, and then sometimes friends don't understand, and then you're like, fam, it's not even like and sometimes certain people can't go where you want to go. Like, it's not everywhere you can invite people to, and sometimes they just don't understand, like, oh, I'm going here, you can't come. Like, it's not even like, oh, I don't want you to come. Literally, I'm not allowed to bring you. You can't come. And it's like, oh, okay. Right now, I'm just going through a phase of completely happy, but then again, completely overwhelmed and completely sad, and then upset, and then happy and excited. Many opportunities coming on the way, but then again, many things that makes me sit at home and I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. Like, this is too much. Because things is moving fast. It's moving fast. And when certain people, celebs, come into my DMs, I cry because I'm still human. And I'm like, how do you know? How do you know? Like, how do you know? And I appreciate the support that I'm getting. But what I do ask for, I don't really go out there and say, please. But what I do ask for, I would ask for the UK to support me, because I generally don't, not that I'm not getting the support that I would like. No, that is it. I don't feel like I'm getting enough. I feel like females in the UK already, it's tough enough to be a female that is already in a dominant male scene, and it's like the least I could ask for is for female empowerment, females to help each other build up. The female rap you've seen in the UK, like, just help each other to grow. Let's do songs, let's do lineups like the man them do. Why can't we do all of that? You look at America and they're doing WAP, and you look at America and they're doing hitmaker freestyles, and it's like, we're here like, yeah, she's not a queen. What? She's not. And it's like, what is this? Either way, I stand for positivity. I'm all for the female scene. No drama with no one. Very happy, very excited. I'm gonna, with or without anyone, like, that's from the bottom of my chest, I'm going to make it regardless. I don't care if people support me or not. It would be nice for my goal is for my own hometown to support me first, because I'm already getting support from Americans that show me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going to lie, they show me more love than I get here. And it's a bit like, rah, like, what's going on? I'm working hard and I don't beg for support, but it's like, I don't want to ever go off to America or go off to these countries and it's like, oh, what do you think about your country? And it's like, they didn't support me. That's how I feel. And it's like, the only people that feel support me are my dolls. Other than my dolls, I don't get it. I don't feel it. Other than my dolls, and then French people and the Germans and the Americans, that's the people that support me. I don't feel it here. And that makes me upset, but there's nothing I can do. Period. There's nothing I can do. I want to end on a positive note. So much more songs coming. EP coming out, with a single coming out. Doing more commercial, but rap. You've seen snippets on my Instagram. And guys, I just really hope you just continue to support, and I hope this story is a bit inspiring, and I hope you do take a message from it and learn that focus on your dreams and it just keeps going. But not everything that glitters is gold as well. Yeah, life is going sweet, but mentally things are a bit depressing, and you just want people around you that actually understand and care for you, but sometimes it don't work like that. Or you just want, like, I don't know, it's a not like bare people just Vanessa, every minute's like, yo, can I breathe for a second? But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know if I'll be back. I just wanted to do an update, life after Rumours, because life has been crazy and I'll kind of miss my supporters in a sense where it's just like, oh, I miss my dolls, I miss my family, I miss my YouTube, my supporters. I'm on 100K. Well, past 100K without doing YouTube videos. That's free music. So I want to thank you guys so much. My music family, my team, my mom, my dad, my family, everything. I want to thank you guys so much. Shout out to Nikki if she sees this, because everybody knows I love Nikki and everyone knows I'm a Bob. But yeah, guys, I love you so much. Oh, and in terms of relationship status, bitch, honey, I'm single. And it's gonna stay that way because I need to stay focused and in my bag, not in any booze. In my bag, not in the booze, okay? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. More music coming out, guys. Love you, bye.